Hi, this is Claire Smith from Surrender in Prayer, and in today's video we are looking at how to pray. What about prayer books? Now some people are thinking that prayer books are not what you use, so for them it's like, why are we even talking about prayer books? For prayer should be a natural, spontaneous expression that you utter to God. Who uses prayer books? And then they think, well, maybe people who use prayer books are those who don't know God, or people who haven't yet learned to pray. Is that you? Whether or not that's you, I say not so fast. Because at the same time, we have people who are thinking, why are we even talking about prayer books when that's what you do? We've always used prayer books. Why would you not use them? And that may be you, I don't know. But then we still have people who are thinking, why do we have these different approaches to prayer and prayer books? And it goes to the fact in part that we come from different traditions, even as we express our devotion and to God, our reverence to God, and our following of Jesus Christ. Nothing is wrong with different traditions, and the issue is neither difference nor tradition. Now, when some people hear the word tradition, they get all bent out of shape. But traditions are things that are just there in life, and they help to shape us, and they help to give cohesion. But at the same time, we don't all follow the same tradition. Just think of something like Thanksgiving, where some people's tradition is they'll always have turkey, and some other people it's like, no, we don't do turkey. I had a friend who, for Thanksgiving, they did meatballs because of her Italian heritage. And so we have these traditions in Christianity too, where we express our love and reverence and devotion to God in different ways. And so we have people who are at different ends of the spectrum, so to speak. We have those who have never used prayer books, and then we have those who have always used prayer books in their worship. And of course, you know, when you go along a spectrum like that, you're going to find that there are people who fall in the middle. And so you have persons who will use them sometimes, but not all the times, and it's a whole variation in between there. Now, a question some people have that's a real question is, can you genuinely pray to God with a prayer book? And this takes us to another question that's kind of underlying there. It's which one is right? Well, there are dangers in using a prayer book. Your prayer can become so rote that you're not even aware of what you're saying. And that's a reservation some people have. And I must confess that I had that reservation at one point. I really felt that you couldn't pray with prayer books, you just had to be spontaneous. Well, the truth is, you can be mindless even when you're not praying with a prayer book, because you find after a while there are certain phrases that become part of your praying, and you can say them mindlessly. If you're not careful, they're automatic and just words produced by your head or that come out of your mouth, but you're not focused, your mind is elsewhere, and your heart is not engaged. And so there's that lack of sincerity and honesty in your prayers. And so as we continue to think of which is right, we recognize that even though there are dangers, there are also opportunities, because what prayer books will do is give you a fresh language and expand your prayer language and perspectives. Consider this. There are many prayers in the Bible, especially the Psalms, that inform and influence your praying. And the other thing with prayer books is that they provide a connection with other children of God who might be using the same prayers. And if you come from a tradition where you use the common book of prayer, you are connecting with saints throughout the ages. So as we think of each one, which one is right, and the fact that there are both dangers and opportunities in prayer book, we want to think about whether or not it's about being right. And really and truly, it's not about being right. First of all, it's about God, because prayer is about God. And so, as we recognize this, we recognize also that prayer is about you and how you come before God and all of you that you bring to God in honest, surrendered heart praying. To be real, you will often use your own words. And in terms of what words to pray, see the video on this Surrendering Prayer channel that's how to pray words, or on the title slide it says how to pray, what am I supposed to say? And there you'll find out more about what words to say and being real with God. But we're talking about prayer book in this video, and to say you can use other people's words and still be real. That's what I found out, that as you consciously pray these prayers and you identify with them and you pray them, bringing your experience of life and your experience with God and longing for God to them, you will be praying real prayers. It's the same with hymns, it's the same with the scriptures. It's understanding that what prayer is and who prayer is about. And so you get comfortable and you genuinely pray with the prayer books. I've even written a prayer book that's available to the public at heartcries.surrenderingprayer.com called Heart Cries 100 Prayers of Faith, Hope, and Love. And this prayer book comes out of my experience with God and my response to situations in life. And even though that's the case, there are others who have found inspiration and continue to find inspiration in it, and a new way of expressing the emotions God evokes in them. And so to wrap up, prayer books, they're fine. It's just to remember that they're both dangers and opportunities, as in any praying, so you avoid becoming rote, and always seek to remember that prayer is about God and how you come before God, so that you offer honest, surrendered heart prayers to God. Thank you so much for sharing in this video. Yes, it's about the heart. And God bless you. Signing out from Surrendering Prayer, saying remember to pray with everything you have, so that you offer your honest, surrendered heart prayers to God, experience God more fully, and live with greater clarity and peace in this world. And remember, you can subscribe. I'd encourage you to subscribe to this Surrendering Prayer channel on YouTube, so that you can get the videos as we come out talking and teaching about prayer. And check in the description below for the link to the prayer book, Heart Cries 100 Prayers of Faith, Hope, and Love. God bless you.